That's something I've been diving into a lot recently, unconscious manipulation. And sometimes you don't know you're doing it until you're so far into it. And a part of the reason as to why your awareness does not pick up on it is because you're benefiting from it. Or at least you think you are, right? And so it's like your ego gets in the way and says, no, fuck off. Like we're gonna keep doing this. And a lot of people hide behind the idea of being a nice person. Whereas you being a nice person, you're only being nice because you want something in return. And like true kindness is simply doing something for someone and expecting nothing. If you get something from it, cool, but you're expecting nothing. But a lot of times as human beings, we'll expect something. We want something. We want to return on our investment. Now, the problem is that a lot of us do the unconscious manipulation because we have a certain insecurity or we're too afraid to list the actual intention because we think we're going to get rejected, we think somebody's going to leave us, we think it's going to be a problem, it's going to cause an argument, a confrontation. This is the classic example of a guy that goes on a first date and puts on a mask and pretends that he likes things that he doesn't, so that she likes him, and so maybe she'll sleep with him or something of that nature. And he's not doing it because he actually gives a shit about her, but he's unconsciously or consciously manipulating her to have her view him in a certain way so that she can feel some sort of connection, which is not an actual connection. I'm hearing a lot of people talk more about it nowadays called love bombing. Essentially, it's when somebody makes you believe that they care so much about you or like they're so into you when you guys first start dating or talking, and then all of a sudden just like lights out. Bye-bye. See you later. You think things are going so well, and then they just dip the fuck out. And the reason for this is because there's a hidden motive. All right, once I got her pussy, now I'm out. The woman, once I got 5 dinner dates, okay, there's this other guy who makes a little bit more money, so now I'm going to go to him. I think if you become aware enough, because here's the thing, we all do some sort of unconscious manipulation, so the sooner you become aware of yourself and how you do it, you'll be able to understand it in other people and be able to recognize it when they're doing it to you. The most important thing for us to do is acknowledge when we're doing it, what we're getting from it, why we're doing it, and then from there, probably change it, because our conscious mind probably has a different plan. Sometimes the subconscious has a limiting belief or an insecurity around something, so we'll use that as an excuse to do somebody wrong. In the group the other day, he was talking about how he was friends with this girl, and he had hidden intentions. Like, he liked her and wanted something more, but he kind of kept that hidden. Then eventually told her, and she rejected him and said, I'd rather just be friends. And then he cut her off. He ghosted her. And I'm like, this is not her fault. You need to hold yourself accountable for what you did. You unconsciously manipulated the situation, made her pretend that you just want to be friends until you decided to finally voice yourself. What I'm moving towards so much in my life is full authenticity the second you fucking meet somebody. There's going to be people that don't like you for that. But that's a blessing, because if you pretend to be somebody you're not, they're going to fall in love with an illusion of you, a projection that will be broken sooner rather than later. And then things will go to shit and you're wasting both of each other's times, unless that's your intention. That's kind of the dark nature of us that comes out, which we need to become more aware of as well, which is the whole unconscious manipulation conversation that we're having. I feel like for most of my dating experiences, I was authentic, but only to a certain degree. And I thought I was more authentic than I actually was. And part of the reason was because I had certain ulterior motives. And another part of it was that I didn't actually fully know who I was. So I thought I was being authentic, but really I'm just projecting things onto somebody. And in doing a lot of reflection and having those dating experiences and realizing where I've gone wrong, what mistakes I made, and how much I didn't know myself, and how much I couldn't be vulnerable, and how much I couldn't express myself what I was actually experiencing, that's where the self-sabotage comes into place. Most of the time, we do it as individuals in our relationships. Our partner is also doing it, and so it's like we're both kind of fucking each other, not in a good way. One of my mentors likes to say is, in partnership, in romantic relationships, we're trying to beat each other to the stab when there wasn't even a stab coming, right? It's like, but both your insecurities are looming so much that they're just running your mind and running your ego and running your consciousness that you just act based on your insecurity. You're acting on your insecurity, your partner is, and so you both self-sabotage, and you go, fuck, why isn't the relationship working? Why am I losing feelings? Why are we not having sex anymore? Why did this person cheat? It's because you're both just running in a circle of delusion, not having a conversation, not communicating. What does everybody continue to say over and over again? Oh my god, it's so important to communicate in your relationships. Nobody does it. But we all say how important it is, and we don't know how to do it.